Alright, so here's the final weekend of October. We're heading in to the stand here. Seen a lot of dead deer along the road on the way up, so it looks like they might be moving. It's a little windy up top, we're kind of down low, so it shouldn't be as windy there, but I'm gonna go ahead and try this filming thing again. I already killed a doe this year, that's it, no buck, so we'll see. I'm not ready to let filming get in the way of killing one yet, but if I can get one on film, sweet. So we'll catch up with you when I'm on the stand. Should be a good evening. So I made it in the stand. I'm still getting used to setting up the camera. I'm not sure it's in a great spot, but we're gonna try it.
So apologies for the really loud audio at the beginning of the video. It was really windy, so it was really hard to shield the camera. So for a while, it was pretty dead. Although around 4:30, I finally spotted the first couple deer of the evening. I saw a young buck chasing a doe about 100 yards above me. I quickly got the camera ready. They were pretty far away, so it was kind of hard to get the camera on them, but I was able to, and I got some decent footage of the small buck.
He's pretty far out. Here's something closer.
So while I was filming that young buck, I heard a little bit of a commotion to my left, and sure enough, another buck was coming in.
He's only got one side.
I got a good look at him and decided that I wouldn't shoot him. He only had one side, and that side as well wasn't super impressive. So I decided to let him walk and live another year.
Slow evening managed to get pretty exciting all of a sudden. It's October 26th here in western New York. It's a cool morning. Should get the deer on their feet. I blew out a doe on the way in, but I'm not too concerned. It's been one of my best spots at this time of year. Not really full rut, but they're definitely searching. So we'll see how it goes. There's been a lot of activity over the past couple of days, it looks like. There's a couple fresh scrapes I saw on the way in, so see if we can get the job done this morning and take one down. We'll see. It's the third different buck I've seen this morning so far. There was a bigger 6-point with him earlier, and I couldn't get a shot. I'm not sure if I would have shot it or not. It was borderline. Nice buck. decision to take a bad shot.
So it was a pretty eventful morning, and I had deer moving pretty much non-stop. I had a decent 6-point in bow range, but I decided to pass the shot up. It had me pinned down, and I just don't think I could have drawn back and taken a ethical shot on it. These two fawns hung out within 50 yards of me for around an hour, and they provided me with plenty of entertainment in the morning. Overall, it was a really strong morning with a lot of deer movement, and gave me a lot of hope for the evening and for the next couple weeks because the rut was clearly starting to kick off.
These two fawns have been all over me for the past probably 30 minutes. They're so close where if I have to draw anything, it ain't gonna happen. Saturday evening. We're heading in to our evening sit. It's a new stand for this season that I sat twice. Both times were pretty good, so we'll see what it does this third time. I recognize the walk-in from my first video. It's kind of in the same area as that first stand that I sat in that video. Just on the other side of some thick stuff, but yeah, we'll see what we can do, and hopefully get some action. We are in for the evening sit. One of my favorite stands to sit tonight, so hopefully we can have some luck here and see some action. The evening's winding down here, but as you can see, I'm in a totally different spot from earlier. And that's because my limb cracked on my left. I had to go back to camp. I had bought a backup just in case that happened, and looks like it's gonna get some use. But as you can see, it's a nice looking scrape right there. About 30 yards away. We got a shooting lane right to it. So I already saw one buck. I couldn't really film it. It was on my far side, but yeah, I mean, it's just a little frustrating that happened, but I was ready for it. I was gonna sell the lift after this season anyway, and I'll get that fixed up, and that kind of solidifies my decision to sell the lift.
So at this point in the season, I had one doe tag left, and I decided if this doe would give me a good shot opportunity inside of 20 yards, I would take it. She was on high alert the entire time, and I was unable to move the camera, but I just slowly waited and watched. As you'll soon see, the doe walks off camera. When she walked off camera, she walked into about 17 yards. She gave me a strong quartering way shot opportunity, which is my favorite to take, so I decided to take her. I held on the middle of her body and a little low in case she ducked, and let one fly. The shot felt good and the doe ran about 25 yards before falling over. I didn't record the recovery process because I wanted to get the doe field dressed before dark. I didn't have a flashlight on me, and I just wanted to make that process as easy as possible. I shot the doe with a Rage chisel tip 2 blade, and it performed really well, better than my expectations. There was a big blood trail about probably a foot wide. Honestly, probably the largest blood trail I've ever seen, and the doe only ran 25-30 yards, so really impressed with that. But that'll do it for this video, so I wish you guys all luck over the next couple weekends, and it's finally starting to get good up here in western New York, so thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.